chat to say hi to YouTube. Let's feel older right now. Let's watch Remember When memes.
Anyone else remember the shin grater? The shin grater, the shin splinter? Yep. Did anyone else used to put their fingers in these lunch tables at school? If you remember this, you've had a great life.
Oh, I loved those, man. We used to get entertained with such simple stuff, right? Damn kids nowadays. They need like one iPad, one phone, one thing going on one screen, the other thing going on the other one. Man, simple times.
Buddy, it's time to throw the towel in. Me, trying to remember where I put my glasses. Mostly me, but with a hat. You're old as hell if you remember this here. If you remember...
I don't know what that thing was. What is this? Is this something to like do stretches? I've never seen this. I have no clue what this is.
If you remember these, your knees pop when you stand up now. How old are you? I remember when Blackberries were more popular than iPhones.
Oh, remember Blackberries? I was a teenager when Blackberries were around. They always looked like adult stuff to me, you know? They were too fancy. All these business people with their little keyboard on their phones, you know?
I remember when both Blackberries and Apples were only known for fruits, but not mobile, so you must be all old. When cell phones had retractable antennas. Yep, this show has been on for a while. Do you guys remember when Apple used to take care of us? One day, batteries and screens will be sold separately.
Bruh, the screen sold separately would be insane. Don't say that, man. Don't give them ideas. That's dangerous.
And then hopefully, they'll pay us to buy their phones in the future. Just remember, you're worth about 700k.
True. Remember that, chat. You're worth a lot.
Yay! Who wants to buy one of my kidneys, guys? If you remember this, I rate you. Plus, I'll hang out with you because you're definitely my age. When they brought these out, I felt like we were in the future. When Tinkerbell almost died, when they weren't giving her enough attention, now I understand her. If you're ever in a bad mood, just remember when Bob Ross put squirrels in his shirt pocket so they could watch him work in the joy of painting.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at that little guy. Oh, I'm sure he's happy.
Remember when you stayed up till 3 a.m. talking to someone? Where are they now? You should have just slept.
Good point, probably.
They're on my head. They made me who I am. Remember Cat No Like Banana? Well, she's doing well and is now a mother. And her children loves bananas because she hates them. When I'm cutting the holes in my 6-pack holders so animals don't get caught in them. And then I remember that Taylor Swift literally took a 13-minute flight. It doesn't matter. Every little thing you do counts. Like if you doing this saved one animal, that would make it so worth it. When people took their radio/CD players with them so guys wouldn't steal it.
My dad is finally getting a new car, chat. We still have these.
When you see a bruise on your body, try to remember how you got it. Poke it and see how much it hurts.
True, I don't even try to remember how I got it because usually if I have a bruise, it just showed up out of nowhere. You ever wake up with a random bruise? That happens way too much with me.
Who remembers pretending these were needles? Be careful who you call ugly in middle school. Shut up, Clanker. You're still ugly. Remember when all we had to worry about were murder clowns? Yes,
Damn.
and that wasn't actually a good time. I'm old enough to remember when ice cream came in a box. How is it packaged like that? Is it a box in a box? No way, it's just like that. Only real ones remember these.
Oh my god, I have these still!
One was always not working.
Mine both are working. They're both working very well and they're very old.
Remember when we went nuts over these little things? Cap's shield! When you're turning 25 this year. But remember that's just a 5-year-old adult. When I put a tool down and I can't remember where I left it. The history teacher. When I can't remember when George Washington took his last poop. When you're about to go to sleep, but you remember you have unfinished homework. Anyone?
He just kept sleeping.
else remember when kids in school used to do this? Wait for it to dry, then eat it.
What? No? Excuse me? What, any glue eaters in chat? I'm sorry. I have never seen this. This sounds a little weird to me.
You had me all the way up until you said eat it. Remember when Doof came up with his awesome creations, but a baking soda volcano won every time? This is what it feels like when you lose an argument against someone because they are too dumb to understand your correct logic. Remember those two guys from NTV? Oh, here they are today.
Yo, basically, yeah, nice.
If you're feeling stressed, remember to always...
Oh, in X, haha, lele. Yeah, we saw this on another video the other day.
In X, haha, lele. Yes, I will. Today's kids will never know what it was like to have to create your own ankle socks.
What were you guys doing? I've never done this in my life. This sounds extremely uncomfortable.
I don't really like ankle socks. Remember when we had to download an app to use flashlights?
I remember. You guys remember Beer app?
Always remember, if I take both my headphones out when you start talking to me, you're special. Disclaimer, if I rip them out while staring at you, you should run. And that is cinema. Remember when an insanely expensive movie actually looked like it was insanely expensive? Remember when Bugs Bunny shot someone because he wouldn't stop coughing? Remember when Hercules made himself a girlfriend out of clay? And the first thing she did after getting a free will was to dump him.
That's crazy, man. F.
When I randomly remember one of my shirts I haven't seen in a while. Remember this? I used to get mad as hell when those idiot kids couldn't remember a simple pattern. Remember when everyone wanted to look like this? Now everyone wants to look like this. Remember in the early 2000s when your aunt would have a random bowl filled with blue glass pebbles sitting in a windowsill? And you would always put them in your mouth, right?
What? No.
What they don't show you in The Incredibles, it's slightly less horrifying when you remember that she's Elastigirl, so her body is allowed to stretch like that. Remember mid-2018 when memes just sort of collapsed in on themselves, and we got stuff like this for a few months. I mean, 6-7 is the same. How I remember my childhood game versus how they really looked. Do you remember when Squidward clapped them crabby cheeks and had a son?
What? Wait, what? I don't think I ever watched this episode, but man, that's a way to describe it. Holy.
When you randomly smell a specific scent you remember as a kid, and the nostalgic memories come flooding in. When a movie theater accidentally used an all Hawkeye fan poster for Avengers Infinity War. I remember when my mum was beating me up once, so I pretended I was dead. She started crying. I woke back up and then she beat me up again. When I dressed up like my grandma and went to the ABC store just to purchase the nastiest alcohol known to mankind.
Fair. You did a good job, but you do pretty much look like a grandma. I think completely fair, you know?
Everybody jumping on the anime wave now. Remember when we used to be weird for liking anime? You weren't weird for liking anime. You were weird for trying to do special attacks during recess. Remember when typing was a high school class? Remember the
Damn, typing being a high school class? Now that's too old. I never had that.
first time you won a battle royale? Kids today could never. I remember when they banned these in school. It was that serious.
Damn, what is this? Don't think I ever saw this. Why was this banned?
When you're smashing the coworker and then remember it's a family business. Remember when Harry asked an existential question to Hedwig? A whole owl. What was he on? Who am I, Hedwig? Remember when you were little and you would fall on the trampoline and everyone would keep jumping so you couldn't get back up? That's being an adult.
True. That was preparing you for adulthood, man. It's like you're on your own. And everyone remembers, right? Everyone has a memory of this happening.
So then you break the trampoline, hurt the people so they never do it again.
Do you need help? What?
Look what they took from us. I remember when they had video games inside them.
Video games? We never had McDonald's with video games. We have like a little playground. We still do. The McDonald's with playground are still there. But they're kind of boring now. They're making everything boring and less colorful.
You guys remember this? McDonald's breakfast slapped when it came like this.
Never had this here, I think.
The class where I learned absolutely nothing and don't remember anything. When principals used to sit in our classes and our teachers became fake nice for a day. They both know what they were doing. The principals know what they were doing and so did the teachers. They were both on their best behavior. But the students were also on their best behavior too. So everyone's being fake. If you ever feel like you're too old to do something, remember Jeff Bezos was already 29 when his parents gave him $300K to start Amazon.
Oh, If only.
Do you remember when this was your only problem? Does anyone remember when lol meant laughing out loud instead of this is to indicate that this brief text isn't hostile?
Wait, what? I still use lol as like a laugh. Am I using it wrong?
Remember when they were going to sacrifice Simba for the Soul Stone?
Huh?
Raise your hand if you have ever talked into the fan to hear your robot voice.
Everyone.
Just remember, no one can prove you weren't a regional manager at Radio Shack or Toys R Us. So put it in your CV if you're old enough. Remember when you went out with... You guys were literally not there. I used to sit on a thing which looked like this. It was circular. I don't know what it's called though. Remember when Pixar used to do bloopers at the end of all their movies? The fact they took the time to animate a full blooper gag reel is amazing. Remember when Patrick encouraged SpongeBob to get a job at the Krusty Krab? Remember when people used to be nicer to each other? Remember when Nickelodeon tried to kill Katy Perry? If you remember these...
What happened? Wait, what happened there? Huh?
You qualify for a veteran's discount. Remember when Taylor Swift patrolled her house with a water gun? When you can't remember someone's name, but you know it's shaped like, I remember you said you liked, so I got you some. Honestly, people who take the time to remember the small things about you are the best kind of people.
Man, I feel bad whenever whenever people say that because I don't remember shit. This does not mean I don't like you. It just means that I don't remember shit. I barely remember what I was doing yesterday.
Remember this guy? Microsoft donated computers to his school.
Nice.
Do you guys remember this movie? I remember this very, very faintly. I don't remember this movie.
I don't think I know what that is. Why are they like, they're literally not showing the title of the movie there. This is a horrible crop. It just says From the World of Jumanji, but it's not showing the name of the movie. Come on, bro.
Thought it was Polar Express when I downloaded it. When you remember something stupid you did 2 years ago, punch yourself in face. Oh, it's fine. Remember when Blackberries were the stuff? Back then, Blackberry was a bigger flex than iPhones. Remember these guys? This is them now. Feel old yet? Class parties used to be like. If you remember these, you qualify for a senior discount. Do you guys remember when we were kids and we would stick our dongs in these things?
Wait, what? Excuse me? Oh, you'd what now? Okay.
No, wouldn't tell anyone if I did though. But no, right? 90s babies, remember taking this bubblegum flavor medicine when you were sick as a child?
Oh, as a child, I had to take so much amoxicillin because I kept having throat infections as an adult, man. This is rough.
Stop this. It's not just 90s babies. I hate you 90s babies. Yeah, no, I remember this. I also remember a banana flavor and it was disgusting. When Moana got the time stone. When we all used to do the deed to her.
I think a lot of people still do it, bro. Just saying.
We used to. When you're having a good time, then you remember you have work tomorrow. Remember when this guy convinced people to buy a metal ball? This is my favorite clickbait about hackers. Picture me when I remember my password in my own mind. Remember when we didn't let Meg Ryan stand up straight for an entire decade? New generation will never know this feeling. I love you. Don't reply. This is my dad's number. You could remember 15 phone numbers in your head.
Oh my god. I knew so many phone numbers. I keep thinking about this. If I lose my phone, I don't know how to contact anyone. I don't know anyone's phone numbers.
Damn, I could never do that. I only remember my mom and dad's number. I sometimes feel offended by American stereotypes, but then I remember that we had a nationwide panic when they stopped making Twinkies.
I mean, I think that's fair. I think that's completely valid crash out.
Don't you dare talk bad about Twinkies. Remember when Zuko gains a moral compass and his immune system immediately rejects it and he almost dies? Who remembers using one of these? Now, who remembers what you used it for?
Draw circles, right? I would use it to draw circles.
I used it for poking myself in the finger and for making circles. When Pokemon Go changed its Pokédex to be sprite-based for April Fools, but it actually looked better.
Did they do that? Oh, I love it. It's so much better. I love pixel art.
When you recognize your family members by their footsteps sound. I don't remember their footsteps. I remember the sound of their urine.
Excuse me? Now that's crazy.
Waterbending. Do you guys remember when Bird Box came out and everybody was like, why are these stupid idiots still going outside? Look at us now. I bet you don't remember when Plankton dumped Karen for thick Karen.
I mean, fair, you know?
Oh, this says so much about the world. Even clankers have body standards. Terrible. Remember him? This is him now.
Bruh, why does it actually look a little bit like him?
Feel old yet? Remember the good times playing with chalk as a kid?
Oh, wait a second. One of these things is not like the other. Wait.
Bottom left. Remember these? This is them now. When you remember that your future depends on you.
Oh no, I'm cooked, bro.
I remember when I used to look like that guy over there.
Oh,
who? Me? Remember this kid? This is him now.
Oh.
How I remember games from my childhood versus how they actually were.
So true, man.
Remember when you could get a cart full for 40 bucks? What the hell is going on with that neck? Y'all remember
True.
5th grade gym class when we were all taught competitive cup stacking? What was that about?
What? Is that some American thing? Never heard of that, but okay.
Remember when Netflix was dead? You'd the disc when its computer had to... when you open
I heard about that Netflix thing. That's crazy.
a new tab and can't remember why. When you close it and then remember why you opened it. I am such a remember when type of person. Memories mean so much to me. Wow, you know I have Alzheimer's. Screw you. Sorry, Grandma. About what? If you played in the street and remember yelling, car, you had an awesome childhood. Remember when we would stick these in our belts?
Whoa! Bro, I swear, these people, they're putting stuff where I think they shouldn't. Like that, there's way too many of these, bro. What the hell? I never did that. Excuse me?
When you remember Thomas the Train was originally written in the 1940s. Remember when you wouldn't get the low battery signal for about a week after you charged?
I'll always say it, chat. I love the DS. I miss it.
When that guy made that documentary about himself eating 5,000 calories per day of McDonald's and not exercising at all. So he gained weight and the world was like, I see McDonald's is the problem.
I remember that.
I'm only 9, Clefairy. No excuses. Hey, remember when Shrek used his giant green hands to take the helmet off his giant green head? And Fiona was shocked to find out he was an ogre. When you accidentally joined Team Chat, and remember why you never joined Team Chat? Remember to floss? Me. When the FBI would threaten you at the beginning of every VHS tape? That was pretty cool. When all your boys...
True. Wait, that was a thing. That is true. Completely forgot about that.
go offline and you remember how much of a train wreck your life is. Remember when they claimed aircraft wings cut through a mesh of reinforced steel beams? Remember in 2004 when you were like, I'm gonna go on the computer.
What? I'm still like that. I wanna go on the PC. What do you mean? Am I weird for saying that? A lot of the times I have to reply to a message and like I'm in bed and I just go like, well, I'll talk to you once I'm on the PC. It's still the same, man.
When you're celebrating your graduation, but then remember you just moved from undergraduated to unemployed.
True.
I'm old enough to remember when the internet wasn't a group of 5 websites, each consisting of screenshots of text from the other 4. Sounds like you're calling us out. I remember I once heard the phrase, beat your meat, when I was 12, and heard it felt good. So when I was alone, I punched my nuts as hard as I could, and then cried for an hour and threw up on the floor. Who remembers writing using finger spaces? Remember this?
Finger spaces? Never seen this.
Remember this guy? This is him now. Feel old yet? I've been on Facebook for so long. I remember when it was all farmland. Remember when everyone wanted to look like this? Does anybody else remember this movie? Like, I can't be the only one.
I've never seen that. Aliens in the Attic. That looks like a movie, alright.
What do you remember the most from your childhood? Hey, did you ask yet? No, my mom's in a bad mood.
Oh, classic.
Ever made up a fake story and the person said, I remember that. Yeah, but not on purpose. I don't remember this stage of
Oh, those are like T-Rex arms.
puberty. Remember when a series of unfortunate events was a book and not your life? Yeah, Beyblades are cool, but does anyone else remember this?
No.
When I call you BB, it stands for baked beans. Remember that. In school, when we had to put these orange covers over the keyboards when practicing our typing skills, so we wouldn't be able to peek at where the letters are.
Damn, how When did people have typing classes? I've never seen this in my life. Never had typing classes. That's crazy.
Nope. Remember when SpongeBob got stuck down South Baltimore?
Oh.
The struggle was real. Anyone remember when this was open 24/7? That's what they took from you. Are you years or older? Yes, no, remember. I'm remember years old. I remember my age, so I can't be that old. I still remember when Undertaker threw mankind off you. Remember Adam Driver's cat?
Oh, he's so cute. I love him.
This is him now. At school, when you pretended to be interested in a teacher's social life just to waste time during lessons.
Sometimes it was actually interesting. Sometimes I was like, I was into whatever they were yapping about, you know?
If you ever feel useless, remember someone did this. You guys remember this movie? Remember the old lady, the really good skier? I'll remember is the ADHD demon talking. You won't remember. Write it down.
True.
Bold of you to assume I'll remember where I wrote it, or even that I wrote it.
And that's why I have a big ass whiteboard right in front of me. It's needed.
all thought he would be the final boss of Attack on Titan.
Oof, yeah, man. So silly.
Remember when guys spent weekends doing this? Now they do this and can't change a tire.
Damn, man, playing their video games, go change a tire or something, Lamau. What? What boomer-ass memes ever? Do they want you to spend an entire day looking at a car's engine? Like, that's okay, but like, what's the problem of playing a video game, bro? Come on.
I remember when the Nether only had one biome. Sure, Grandma, let's get you to bed. I'm old enough to remember when paper bags were being blamed for the destruction of trees, and plastic bags were the solution.
Damn.
When Steve pulled up the to-do list notebook. Star Wars is gonna blow his mind when Nick Fury shows up. Whenever you feel useless, remember serving size exists. 11 pieces per serving. Wow. Remember when Dexter ate a giant burrito and thought he was going to die, but it turned out he just had to fart.
This is so real, though. I know so many people that went to the hospital because they thought they were having a heart problem. And it was just gas. Doctor was like, you just have to fart.
Haven't we all been there? Remember
Yeah.
when Uncle Ira was stuck indoors? He came out looking like this. Uncle Ira is having none of your excuses. Remember when tricks were actual shapes? What if we can't see the shapes anymore? Because tricks are for kids.
I don't know what this is. This is some kind of cereal. It's so colorful, so cute.
Always remember, when someone is offering some cake, not everything is cake.
The cake is a lie, man. Don't trust it.
The cake is a lie. No! That little girl is going to remember that forever. She's thinking, Mummy, I thought the dinosaurs were extinct, but there's one right in front of me, crying. What does that mean? Bro, I remember when my dad left us for iPhone stocks and never came back. Do you guys remember when the nurse gave Plankton a whole perk 30? SpongeBob was wild. And remember in elementary school when we had to collect pop tabs and we all found out whose parents were alcoholics? No? What?
No? What? I'm so confused. I have no clue what this is.
This is a thing? Do you guys
I
still
don't know.
remember lunch numbers or no? Put me in front of one of these and my fingers will remember.
What lunch? What's a lunch number? Is that another American thing? I don't know that.
Me, when I check my phone and her message isn't there, but then I remember there isn't a her anymore.
Oh.
Remember when me and Goblin destroyed this dude and almost killed a cable car full of children? Rest in peace, Norman. You
Lamau.
were sick. Still a real one. Yup, when replacing the role, remember, beards are cool, mullets are bad.
That is the right way to have it. I hate the second one, man. My parents always have it on the second one. First one is the right way.
Should I actually check what my... Give me a sec, I'm gonna check.
How do you not know?
Yes, I got the beard. The beards are cool, man. Come on. My toilet roll has a beard. Awesome. Remember when the residents of Devon woke up to find their new artwork for the tour of England had been vandalized into a pee-pee and nuts?
That is so fun.
Remember when Harry Styles left a $2,020 tip on New Year's Eve 2020?
Holy shit, man.
He did that? Remember how we were saving for a new house? Remember when you were young and your sister would have her friends over and you would try to piss loud as hell so they thought you had a big pee-pee? Yeah, dude.
What? Guys with sisters, is that a thing? That is so weird.
Right. Does anyone else remember when SpongeBob got drunk on ice cream and then got a hangover and called Mr. Krabs out on all of his BS? I remember when there was a 7-mile spanking machine on SpongeBob and no one ever said anything about it.
Yo, there's a lot of SpongeBob episodes here that I never watched, man. This is wild. That dude, they're so angry.
Bring me the booty. If you're afraid of guns, just remember that even Winnie the Pooh was armed when he heard a bump in the night. When adults smoked so much, auto manufacturers were finally like, oh, okay, we'll put ashtrays in the goddamn doors. People thought it was healthy back then. Remember when we had to carry around our flip phones and a digital camera? My god, we were like pack mules.
I liked cameras though. I did like digital cameras. They were nice.
When my pilot messaged me on Grindr at 30,000 feet in the air, I see you're on my flight. Enjoy the ride to Chicago.
Okay.
In Spider-Man 2, when Spider-Man's mask came off and your man was like, it's just a kid. And it was Tobey Maguire looking about 46. Remember, behind every robot that turns evil is an engineer who specifically installed red LEDs into the eyes just for this occasion. Nobody will remember your salary, your fancy title, how busy you were, how stressed you were, how many hours you worked. People will remember if you pooped your pants in kindergarten.
No.
Remember back in 2004 when Dora had 5 of the 6 Infinity Stones? When Post Malone was on Ghost Adventures and the ghost said that he stinks. I believe in like spirits and ghosts. I would never go on a show like this. Hell no. If you remember this, I am truly sorry.
I don't.
When you're sad, just remember Naruto still uses his froggy wallet.
He's so cute.
And he's still broke. Only 90s kids will remember. Only 90s kids will ever remember. Only 90s kids remember everything. They remember the birth of the universe, humanity's greatest downfalls. They remember things that have not even happened. Things that might never happen. They can even see the death of everything. All these vivid memories will haunt them forever. Will the 90s kids ever be able to forget? I don't know. We should ask one. Oh wait, they're old.
Well, was that someone just annoyed because only 90s kids remembered and they're not 90 kids, but they remember it? It's like, just do your version then, it's fine.